Have you ever felt like you were stuck in the same routine, going to work day after day with no clear path forward in your career? As an educator, I can remember as a classroom teacher feeling like I was always putting everybody else's growth ahead of my own. But what if in 2025, that could be the year you finally prioritize your goals, rediscover your passions, and take your career to the next level? Let's talk about how we can turn this new year into the fresh start that you deserve. Grab your pen, grab a piece of paper, get ready to take some notes because we're going to start right now. Happy New Year. Dr. Gordon Amerson here. And on this channel, we leverage my experience from classroom teacher all the way to the office of superintendent to help you go further, faster in your journey towards education, leadership, career advancement, you name it. If this is your first time with us, again, Happy New Year. And it's going to be a great year for your growth, for your development, and for you to realize all the things that you hope and wish for. So if it's your first time with us, thank you for being here. We appreciate it. While you're here, don't forget, hit that subscribe button as well as the bell notification so you don't miss any cool updates, any of our newest episodes or latest content. So we are in a brand new year, and the opportunities that this new year brings, it makes me think of so much optimism and so much positivity. The new year brings new resolutions, new intentions, new goals, and just a new, fresh perspective. So what we want to talk about today is like, how do we set new ideas, new goals, and get our career goals lined up? Like, what do you want to accomplish? Where do you want to go in this brand new year that is 2025? I want you to think about being intentional. I want you to think about setting achievable goals that you can make professionally in the field of education, whether you're a certificated teacher, you're a classified employee, you're working in one of our offices, you're working in one of our classrooms. All of the work that you do in education is critical to the well-being, the growth, the development of our students. And you and the work that you do, it matters. It's critically important. And so we want to pour into you and help you realize what are those goals, what are those dreams, and what are those aspirations that you want to see. Are you looking for a promotion? Are you looking to transition from one department to another? What are the things that you need to do to grow your skills, grow your knowledge, and grow your capacity to be that much better, to be that much more attractive to the people that supervise you, the people that lead in your organization? We're going to just prepare you to be able to put your best foot forward to achieve your goals for this year. So let's talk about some of these things. So the first thing is, let's think about how do we take stock? How do we think about what happened in 2024? How do we do a little bit of reflection? Because I think it's always important to think about where we've been before we think about where we necessarily want to go next. But I don't want you to dwell. I don't want you to dwell on the past. 2024 is gone. Let's put it behind us. But before we put it behind us, just take a moment to just reflect and just to think. And one thing I want you to ask yourself, and I want you to put your response in the comments below, is what is one accomplishment from last year that you're most proud of? What did you accomplish last year that gives you a lot of pride? Makes you happy, gives you joy or fulfillment? So share that with us in the comments below, because that's our reflective activity as we think about where we were. And then I want you to think about renewal. So as you have taken stock of last year, and then you start to renew, what is that thing that's most important to you? Where do you want to go next? What are the actions, the activities, the things that you want to make sure that you have exposure to, the things that you want to make sure you have an opportunity to experience or be a part of? That's the renewal. So what does that look like out there on the horizon for you? So you've done your reflection, but now let's talk about how do we renew that? How do we push ourselves forward? Because as we reflect and then we start to think about what's on the horizon, that's where you have that optimistic view. You have that opportunity to think about who you are, where you want to be, and how you're going to get there. And I just want to be a guide and a journey and a thought somebody along the journey with you. And as a thought partner will help you, give you some wisdoms, give you some insights, give you some thoughts to think about. I've spent the last month or so just really thinking about, how do I want to continue to help you along your journey? How do I want to continue to provide value to you in making sure that I can help you unlock the doors that are in front of you, help you to see what's out there, what are the opportunities, what are the possibilities, and to be that guide to kind of help you navigate that. And so this year, all of our content, all of our episodes are going to be focused on moving forward, growing your skills, your knowledge, and your capacity. And so as I think about that, and I've been on that for the last month or so, really thinking about my purpose. So let's talk about the power of purpose. Why are setting goals for where you want to go and what you want to do, why are those so important? Well, if you don't set goals and you don't know where you want to go, how will you know whether you're making progress towards where it is you want to end up being? So you've got to be intentional about setting a goal. You've got to be intentional about where you want to be in 3 months from now, where you want to be in 6 months from now, where you want to be in a year from now. And the power of purpose, like being intentional and setting that course and having that purpose, like what is your why? Why did you get into the field of education to begin with? Why did you get into the field of leading, teaching, supporting, analyzing, building, creating, all these different avenues and facets that exist within education? Why did you get into it? What was that purpose? And is that purpose that was for you a year ago or 5 years ago, or in my case, 23 years ago, is my why still as strong? Is my purpose still as clear? And for me, it absolutely is. It is more clear today than it even was 20 years ago, because I know why I exist. I know why I'm on this planet, what my purpose is, who I'm supposed to serve, why I'm supposed to do the work that I do. And I want you to have that sense of clarity in the things that you do, in the purpose that you've developed for yourself. So being intentional about setting those goals and really unlocking your why, spend time doing that. So you can ask yourself the following question: why did you get involved in education to begin with? And how do your current goals align with that purpose? I got into education because I love being around young people, and I love educating, and I love teaching, and I love inspiring, and I love being able to share all the wonderful experiences that I had and all the wonderful teachers and counselors and coaches that I had in my life. I wanted to pour that back into my own community. That was my why. It still aligns with my purpose, because now I am able, as a leader in the system, to create bigger, larger opportunities for more and more and more students and more and more and more staff. So my why is clear and my purpose is still very much aligned. What does that look like for you? Stop for a moment and really think, because this is a thinking video. This is not a doing video. This is think about where you are, where you want to go, and how you're going to get there. And yeah, maybe write a few things down, but I really want us to take a moment just to pause and just be thinkers for a bit. Because I think that clarity of purpose and really sitting back and really taking stock is going to be very, very helpful. Now, after you've taken the time to think about it, after you've taken the time to reflect and really kind of take stock, then let's put it in a framework. Let's put it in a framework, something that's going to be a document that can track. It can give you a nice logical flow of how you can track what your goals are. So we're going to introduce you to the SMART goal framework. And many in education and many in many different avenues, many different facets of business, we use the SMART goal framework. But specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So you want to be specific about your goal. Like, what is it? Clearly articulate what it is. Be specific. Make sure it's measurable. Is it a month from now? Is it 3 months from now? Is it by the end of the year? Is it in the next 14 days? But be measurable. Is it achievable? Can you do it in that time frame that you've laid out? Right? What you can do in 14 days versus what you can do in 3 months, very, very different. So you want it to be specific, you want it to be measurable, and you want it to be achievable, but stretch yourself, push yourself as you're developing that. You want it to be relevant. You want it to matter to you or to others, but you want it to be relevant, something that matters, that you want to stick to or that you will be committed to for someone else, but you want it to be relevant. You want it to be something that matters. And then time bound. It can't just be open-ended. In the next 60 days, in the next 90 days, in the next 3 months, in the next 1 calendar year, but it needs to be time bound. So put that goal into a SMART goal framework. And then write that down and then put that somewhere that you can reflect on it often. And you can think about it often. What we see, what we write down, what we share with someone else, and then what we post that's visibly available to us reminds us, and it holds us accountable. So that's how I want you to kind of lay out what your goals are for this year. And I want to give you another strategy that will help you to, again, maybe start to do some of this work even after you finish the video today. But I want you to think about maybe designing a vision board, kind of a visual representation of where you want to go. Maybe you want to read some relevant articles. Maybe you want to go to some websites that you find interesting, that you find lots of relevant information. Maybe you want to pull quotes. Maybe you want to pull images, but maybe you want to just build something that's a visual representation, what we'll call a vision board activity. You want to build that visual representation because it will be that kinesthetic, tactile activity that will make sure that you feel those connections to the things that matter to you. But putting that concrete strategy in place is a really good tool that will make meaning. It will create intentionality, and it will be that sticky feeling, that sticky activity that will help you remember, that will help you stay engaged and help you also stay connected. Because I want you to be successful. I want you to achieve all the things that you have in your head and in your heart in 2025. I've set my intentions. I've set my goal. I've got my one word that is my driving force for the year. And that's the word that I will circle back to all day, every day, each week, throughout the year. And that word is scale. I want to grow. I want to grow myself. I want to grow my family. I want to grow our relationships. I want to grow business. I want to grow district. I want to grow. I want to scale. And so that means a lot of different things for me, but that's my one word. My wife has her word. My son and daughter have their word, but these are the things that will drive us. Be intentional about what you create. Be intentional about where you want to go and how you want to get there, because 2025 is your year, and we're going to be here to help guide you along the way. So if you found value in this video, share it with a friend. If you know somebody who needs a little bit of inspiration and needs a little bit of focus on how to develop their goals for this year, share this video with them. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a like. Subscribe to the channel. Share it with as many people as possible. We just want this content to be able to support people. And forgive the rustiness because I've been out of practice for the last few weeks, but I'm getting back in the flow. But I can't wait to serve you that much more. I can't wait to give you more content that's going to be supportive and helpful and useful to you. So if you found value, check out this next video that's here that'll also be able to grow you, develop you, give you additional leadership capacity, skills, and development. And so until we see you on our next episode, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and be well. We'll see you real soon. Thanks, everyone.